Welcome. Today we'll be going over the starting points for trauma aware coaching. So let's begin with the beginning. What is trauma aware? Trauma aware means that you are aware of trauma, that instead of asking the question, what's wrong with this person for acting like this, you're curious about what's happened to them. Have they experienced systemic oppression, an abusive childhood, and you realize that the behaviors present in the coaching session um, aren't about the person being broken. It's about their past affecting the present. It's also awareness around not re traumatizing the person and supporting the person, creating a safe space and getting the tools to support themselves in regulating their nervous system. Trauma specific, that refers to modalities like EMDR or somatic experiencing that directly deal with the trauma, and the person may be talking about those memories. Where trauma aware, you're aware that trauma happened and you're going to support the person in the present while not causing harm. So the first step is coaches self care. And this one I'm kind of rigid about. I'm usually not rigid about too many things, and I'm not completely rigid about it, but I do want to show you one model. This is about evolution of belief. And if this is our starting point, maybe when we're born, we may go throughout our life believing one thing, and then as we learn more, we evolve into a different belief. And then we learn more and re evolve. So for self care, maybe we're born as babies and we unconsciously know self care is vital. When we're sleepy, we sleep. When we're hungry, we cry. But then we grow up a little bit and maybe we live in a home that's not the safest. And it becomes really important for us to be highly tuned to those around us, to protect ourselves. And our care isn't a priority anymore. It's about caring and soothing to the adults around us so we can feel safer or get the affection that we need. But then maybe we move out on our own. And this is the time when the person maybe begins to sleep a lot more and maybe eat more nutritiously. And then they get a little bit older and maybe they realize how much need there is in their community for volunteer roles. And they are volunteering all the time. They're so aware of all the pain that's in their neighborhood, and they're really trying to support growth and healing for everyone they can. And then they burn out and maybe have a panic attack, and or meet a therapist for the first time and or a coach and are told the benefits of self-care, and so they really start taking care of themselves. And then maybe they have a baby and self-care isn't isn't the most important thing anymore. That baby is the most important thing, especially when it's an infant. And then the baby grows up a little bit and doesn't need feeding every 72 minutes overnight, and the person can start to care for themselves. So when we're on one side, it's really common to think that someone operating from the opposite belief is below. But we don't know if that person is possibly more evolved than us. So that is really why I believe it's important for clients to make their own decisions, come up with their own ideas, because we may think they're doing something that isn't in their best interest, but they could be more evolved than us. And who knows, maybe there's an evolution where a person becomes one of those monks who doesn't even need to drink water because they absorb it through the air. So maybe you don't need self care, though I highly advocate it. And to me, self care really allows our nervous systems to relax. You're giving yourself the food, sleep, the connection, all those pieces that you need to nourish the many aspects of your being. You're providing it. And self care can look different to many things. So the things listed on the worksheet are just a starting place. And all of the worksheet, we want you to add your own pieces. What fits you best? What fits the clientele you serve best? And so that is explanation for step one. I'll be back with the other steps soon.